All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We do have an exciting night in store for you to learn a little bit more about our colleges and universities who have taken time out of their evenings to kind of share a little bit more of information about their institutions and what they have to offer. My name is Bryson, and I will be the facilitator for tonight, and I am excited to kind of welcome our guests on board and share just a couple housekeeping reminders with you before we get started. This is a webinar presentation, so your questions will go in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. And if you have a specific question for an individual institution, just make sure that you put in their school name or abbreviation so that way they know exactly who they're talking to and what kind of questions that you have. Your microphone and your camera will be off as an attendee, but the presentation will be recorded and posted online. And I know a lot of folks go back and grab contact information or the key distinction points of a university. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to either contact them live here tonight or send them an email to follow up about something that you are interested in. And there are a ton more opportunities from the StriveScan community and event listing on our website. So without further ado, I will ask our other presenters to hang tight, and we will give Allie her spotlight here. And I will pass it over to her to share a little bit more about SUNY.
Well, welcome everyone. My name is Allison. I'm from the University at Buffalo, but I've got a short amount of time, so that's enough about me. I'll get started talking about UB. Just to give it a little bit of context, if my slideshow will advance, we are part of the SUNY system. There are 64 campuses within the SUNY system. There are 4 university centers. And we are one of those university centers. We are actually the largest and most comprehensive of the SUNY schools, and we are one of 2 flagship institutions in the university. Shout out to Stony Brook, who is our brother in flagshipness within SUNY. How large and comprehensive are we? Well, we've got about 32,000 students on campus. About 22,000 of those are our undergraduate students. About 10,000 of those are grad students, and they are within the 13 colleges within the university. We were founded as a medical school, and our medical programs are still going strong, but we have greatly expanded since our founding to cover everything from the arts and sciences to architecture. We are the only public law school in New York State. We've got our School of Pharmacy, which is internationally renowned, our School of Management, which has been climbing in the rankings lately. Really everything and anything outside of possibly culinary arts. If you name it, we probably have it to offer. We have over 140 undergraduate programs, over 55 combined degree programs that are designed to help you make your way through your undergrad and graduate programs in an accelerated amount of time. At the master's level, we have over 220 programs, and then we also go up through the doctoral program, and those span our curriculum. Not only are we comprehensive in academics, we are spread out throughout Buffalo. So we have 3 campuses that are all fairly close together. They're about 10 minutes apart and are connected by our bus system, the Stampede. And then our South Campus and Downtown Campus are connected by subway. Our North Campus is our main campus. It houses the vast majority of our academics. We have 6 libraries on this campus, including the largest library in the SUNY system and a library that is volumeless. So if you want tons of volumes, we've got one library for that. If you want no books in sight, we've got another library for you. This campus is located just outside of the city of Buffalo in a town called Amherst. Down the street, just inside the city of Buffalo, is our original campus, our South Campus, which houses A lot of our health-related majors are a School of Nursing, School of Pharmacy, School of Public Health, School of Dental Medicine, and our School of Architecture, which is a little out of place with the other majors that are down there, but they have this beautiful building down there, so they'll never leave. And I don't blame them. It is a gorgeous building. And then our downtown campus is the home to our medical school. We relocated our medical school to this downtown campus in 2017 to be at the center of Buffalo's medical corridor. It is actually attached to our Women and Children's Hospital, which also relocated to be more connected to the university. So our students are doing a lot of their internships and such throughout the hospitals that are surrounding it, especially in our Women's and Children's Hospital. We really pride ourselves on academic excellence in everything that we do, and that can be seen very much through our rankings throughout the year. We are ranked as the #1 public university in New York State. And we are part of a group called the AAU, which I believe a few of my fellow presenters here today are also part of, which is a group of institutions that are recognized for their practical research that moves civilization, the world forward. So it's research for new discovery, not to prove what's already been proven. And we really offer the opportunity for 100% of our students to participate in research, no matter what that looks like for your program. We have our project portal that brings together all the research projects that are going on throughout the university into one place, so you can find research that you are passionate about and get involved in from day one. Most students start research within their sophomore year and then are diving in headfirst in junior and senior year. Outside of our academics, we have a bustling campus life with over 600 clubs and activities for you to participate in. One of our largest clubs is our True Blue Spirit Club that supports our NCAA Division I athletics, which we have, the major sports: basketball, football, softball, soccer, tennis, track and field, wrestling, volleyball, and it just creates a fun environment on campus with our Division I athletics and championship teams across the board. We do have 13 residence halls on campus, 5 apartment complexes, over 35 dining locations, and we do have award-winning food on campus. There's competition between all the SUNY schools every year as to who has the best on-campus food, and we have won 9 years and running. So definitely come hungry, you'll be fed. Getting to wrap things up a little bit, once you join UB, you join our alumni network that really spans the country and the world. So it is a distinguished group of alumni that are there to help you take those next steps. Outside of the university, we do have a whole city that surrounds us, so we want you to take advantage of what that has to offer. Since I'm coming up on my time and I want to give everybody their due, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. We do have our application available on the Coalition Common and SUNY application, whichever works for you, works for us. And we do have some different admissions deadline dates. If you want more information, you can always follow us on social media. I will throw my email in the chat. So if you would like to get in touch with me, I am happy to talk to you. So I'm going to hand it off to University at Maryland College Park.
All right. Hey, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm Brandon, the admissions counselor for your territory. I'm the person you will go to if you have any questions about the University of Maryland. Today, I'll be sharing some general information about UMD. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to drop them in the chat. If I'm unable to get to your answer tonight, please expect an email with an answer in the next couple of days. So UMD is Maryland's flagship university. It's the largest in the state of Maryland. We have around 30,000 undergraduate students with a freshman class of a little over 4,500, but not as large as you might think. 45% of our classes have fewer than 20 students, and there are a lot of ways to make it small. We are in the top 10 for best value among public colleges, have top 25 programs for business and engineering, and one of the best computer science programs in the world. We're also diverse in every sense of the word. Over 45% of our students identify as a person of color, 20% identify as Jewish. We have students from all 50 states and 123 countries. We are also rated the best campus for LGBTQIA+ students by Campus Pride. You may have noticed Kermit waving hello. Jim Henson, who is the creator of the Muppets, is among one of our 400,000 UMD alumni. As far as student life goes, all freshmen are guaranteed housing. There are 38 on-campus residence halls housing approximately 9,000 undergraduate students. 18% of our students are involved in Greek life, so it is an option, but not a huge part of student life. We're also a Big Ten school and have 19 Division I sports teams. So there's a lot of school spirit and plenty of games to watch and cheer on. We also have over 800 student clubs and organizations, which open a door for a great undergraduate experience. As far as student life goes, all freshmen are guaranteed housing. Oops, sorry about that. Let's flip here. At UMD, there are over 100 academic majors and programs, and we don't limit our students in any way. You can double major or minor across schools too. At UMD, we have over 100 academic, so we also have Letters and Sciences, which is an advising house for students that are undeclared or undecided. In Letters and Sciences, students are paired with an advisor and given the opportunity to explore options before deciding on a major. Around a quarter of our freshmen come in undecided, so don't worry if you're unsure of what you want to major in. We do review our applications major blind, meaning your major of choice does not affect your admission to the university. And if you're curious, our most popular majors are computer science, engineering, biological sciences, psychology, government and politics, and business. It's our president's promise that every student at UMD has an out-of-class experience, and we have no shortage of opportunities. We're an R1 research institution, meaning we have the highest level of research possible taking place on our campus, and research in every subject. Students can start participating in research as soon as their very first semester on campus. We also have fantastic study abroad programs, and over 20% of our students choose to study abroad at some point, which is twice the national average. There are opportunities to go abroad in the fall and spring semesters or over our winter and spring breaks, and you can go more than once. Living and learning programs are what they sound like. Students live together and they learn together. One of the ways to make UMD feel small. They can be 1-year programs all the way to 4-year programs. There's no extra application for LLPs. You are automatically considered if you apply by the November 1st priority deadline. To give you an idea of our application process, around 90% of our freshman class come from our early action pool. Last year, the acceptance rate for early action was 36%. Our regular decision acceptance rate was 5 to 6%. So be sure to apply early action to get the best review possible. In order for your application to be complete, review all of the requirements for the application. So we require a recommendation letter from at least one teacher and one counselor, a high school transcript and transcripts from any colleges or universities you've received credit from, and an application from either the Common App or My Coalition. UMD has also extended their test optional policy for the fall 2023 cycle, so test scores are not required. Our admission process has one mission: to identify applicants who, as individuals and as a group, will enrich and benefit from the campus learning environment and the entire student body. We employ a holistic review process that utilizes 26 unique review factors, 25 of your test optional, and we are charged with admitting and enrolling the most talented, diverse, and interesting class possible. With such a large and strong pool of students to review, our task is daunting, but the results are impressive. Our students are smart, involved, curious, and innovative. And to be quite honest, a lot of our applicants look very similar academically. So we look at the non-academic factors that really set you apart from your peers. The freshman profile last year included an average of 4.45 weighted GPA. And for those who submitted scores, the average SAT was a score of 1390 to 1530. and the average ACT was a score of 32 to 35. And thank you for your time, and go Terps. I'll go ahead and stop sharing for our next participant.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Brandon. I'm just going to give me 1 second while I transfer over to my share screen. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for having us, and thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Erin Cannon. I'm part of the recruitment team here at the University of Toronto. As some of you might know, U of T is a network of unique communities at the heart of a dynamic and diverse region. There truly is no better place to be than Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Let's just take a few minutes to explore how at U of T you can mix and match programs to really build unique degrees that are going to represent your interests and your passions. And of course, we will leave some time at the end to review some admission basics. So the University of Toronto is Canada's top-ranked university, which we're really proud of, and Canada's flagship university for research and discovery. We're ranked in the world's top 20 year after year, in part because our campuses truly attract the best and brightest from all over the world. A lot of people know that insulin was discovered at U of T, but did you know that stem cell research started here too? The world's first nerve transplant, the world's first electronic pacemaker, and the world's first treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma. These are just a few of U of T's many contributions. We've produced Oscar winners, Olympic champions, prime ministers, Nobel laureates, and best-selling authors. We know each and every one of you have different goals and dreams in mind, and we're really here to help support those dreams and turn them into a reality. Now, this legacy of innovation is driven by the connection we have with each other and with our neighborhoods and communities all across the Greater Toronto Area. Hopefully, some of you have had the chance to come and visit our amazing city, but if you haven't visited Toronto, definitely put it on your travel list to come visit. It's an incredible city, lots of things to do. The BBC once ranked Toronto as one of the world's most diverse cities, and while there's definitely lots of contenders, we're definitely up there. In fact, half of Toronto's population was born outside of Canada and speaks languages other than English. The city is safe, clean, delicious, and truly has something for everyone. Now, our central location has helped us to grow and expand to 3 campuses, all within an hour of each other, offering the same top quality education. When you graduate, you'll earn the same U of T degree, regardless of which campus you choose. It makes no difference. So I'm going to give a quick overview of our 3 campuses. To the west, you're going to find U of T Mississauga, which is about a half hour from our downtown Toronto core. It's a mid-sized campus with about 16,000 undergraduate students. It's located on 225 acres of gorgeous green space. Most of the buildings are newly built, so it has a very modern feel. And one of the cool programs that's offered here that I always am intrigued is our forensic science program. For those of you who like being in an urban campus, like the hustle and bustle of a big city, then our St. George campus is going to be a great option for you. It's our founding campus, so it's found right in the heart of downtown Toronto. It is our largest campus with 35,000 undergraduate students, and it's a wonderful mix of Gothic buildings and brand new glass and steel towers. U of T St. George is home to our Daniels Faculty of Architecture, Landscape and Design, the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering, the Faculty of Kinesiology and Physical Education, and the Faculty of Music, along with our Faculty of Arts and Science. Now, our last campus, which is found to the east, still within Toronto, but it's about a half hour east of the downtown core, is our U of T Scarborough campus. It's a mid-sized campus with about 15,000 undergraduate students. It's located on over 300 acres of parkland in the Highland Creek Valley. So if you like to hike, run, or bike, lots of amazing trails. And in addition, it offers programs in art, science, and business, as well as it is known as our co-op campus. So it's a great place for students who learn best by doing. Regardless of which campus you choose, which program you choose, U of T students don't just have a home base, but they really do have a team to support you and cheer you on. Each of our campuses is home to a wide range of student supports, and our students really take full advantage of these services. One of the things I absolutely love, it's one of my favorite parts about being a U of T student, is you can really mix and match your degree. You can take certificates, curriculars to build an experience that really captures your unique passions and personalities. U of T students have the opportunity to study over 700 different program options and take thousands of different courses. Students can really personalize their degrees by combining majors, minors, specialists, and certificates in different fields. We really are all about choice. While certain specialized programs are unique to a campus, for example, forensic science at Mississauga or journalism at Scarborough, many of our programs are offered across all 3 of our campuses, so students can choose the setting they prefer. Now, it's not just about getting involved inside of the classroom, but it's really about getting involved outside of the classroom as well. You can gain paid work experience, you can take research courses, you can even study on exchange at any of our 160 different partner institutions across more than 40 different countries. We have over 1,000 different clubs, and we also have the largest intramural program in Canada. So I promise you won't be bored. There's definitely something both inside the classroom as well as outside of the classroom to enjoy. So hopefully if this sounds exciting, so let's talk about how we get you here to Canada and at U of T. While I can't cover the admission requirements for every program in the short time we have tonight, I do really encourage you to have a look at our online resources where you will find all the answers and easy ways to connect with us. In general, we're looking for strong academic results in the last 2 years of high school, along with specific prerequisite courses depending on the program. So definitely check out the information on our website here. No matter what program you're applying to, all of our applicants are automatically considered for merit-based awards, but we do have our largest international scholarship, which is our Lester B. Pearson. So I do encourage you to find out a little bit more information on the website here. And last but not least, I just wanted to say thanks again for your time. Don't forget to drop by discover.utoronto.ca. That's where you'll find more information about tours, webcasts, and on-demand content from your target campus or program. And it's also where you can book a one-on-one appointment with a U of T recruiter like me. So thank you so much for your time. I'm actually going to pass it over to the rep from the University of South Florida.
All right, thank you, Erin. Let me share my screen. All right, well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Today, I'm going to be talking about the University of South Florida. Just to introduce myself, my name is Christy Pugh. I'm a regional recruiter advisor for the state of New Jersey, and this is my contact info. I'll put that in the chat at the end. But just as an overview, USF was founded in 1956, so we are a relatively young and thriving institution. And though we are young, we do maintain an overall enrollment of 50,000 students, 37,000 of which are undergraduate students. Even though we are a big school, we maintain a 21-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which gives us an average class size of 33 students, so similar to what you see in high school. USF really does pride itself on diversity, with 41% of our students coming from diverse backgrounds, and we do have students from all 50 states and 145 different countries. We offer close to 200 majors and concentrations across our 14 academic colleges, so odds are, whatever it is you're looking to study, we probably have it at USF. We are America's fastest rising university. We're ranked 46 among public institutions by US News and World Report, and we're very proud of this fact. Fastest rising, what that means is just we are quickly rising in the rankings, which means we're making our way to the top. So we're very excited about that. It's a good time to be a part of USF. The University of South Florida is one university geographically distributed, and what that means is when I say USF, I'm referring to all 3 of our campus locations in Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota Manatee. Each campus offers something a little bit different and unique. You will actually get to select your campus when you apply. The Tampa campus, where lives live larger, it's the biggest of the 3. It houses the majority of our academic majors, student organizations, as well as our student body. St. Petersburg is located in downtown St. Pete's, which is a really beautiful beachfront town. So if you're looking for a smaller class sizes, this would be a really great campus for you, or maybe you like outdoor recreation. Sarasota Manatee, the smallest of the 3 campuses, it only has a couple thousand students. So think private school feel, but for a public school price. With you guys coming from out of state, I would definitely recommend either the Tampa or the St. Petersburg campuses, since they do offer residence halls. As far as student life goes, we do have over 1,000 student organizations and on-campus events each year, so you definitely won't get bored on campus. There's always something to do. And we are at NCAA Division I athletics, so we also share a football stadium with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They play in the Raymond James Stadium. That's where the Bucs play, and that's where the Bulls play. So it makes for a really exciting game day experience. If you're interested in sports, but maybe you don't want to play at that D1 level, we do have our recreation and intramural sports sports teams is one of our highlighted student organizations. And perhaps my most favorite fun fact about campus is there is a Publix on campus. Publix, if you're not familiar, is a really popular grocery store chain in the South, especially in Florida. So it's really convenient for our students to have one right there in their backyard. Switching gears now to some freshman admission information, you could apply to USF 3 ways: the Common App, Coalition app, or our website, whatever is easiest for you. And our application is very straightforward. We just need 3 things. 1, a $30 application fee or a fee waiver, your official high school transcripts, and your official ACT or SAT test scores. Once you've submitted those 3 things, your application is complete and we will review it. I've included our admitted freshman profile on here to give you an idea of what the average admitted student, what their GPA and test score was. Again, this is an average, meaning we have students above this, we have students below this, but this is just to give you a general idea. For tuition and fees as an out-of-state student, you're looking at around $17,000 for the academic year. But when you include housing, meals, book supplies, and other expenses, you're looking at around $35,000 for the academic year, which, yes, that is a large amount of money. However, when you compare that to other institutions and even some in-state institutions here in New Jersey, you'll notice that our rates are very competitive, as we have some of the lowest tuition rates in the country for our out-of-state students. So definitely something to consider, as cost of attendance is something that's going to be a reoccurring expense for the next 4 to 5 years. One of the ways in which you could offset that tuition cost is going to be through scholarships and waivers, and we do offer these for our out-of-state students. These scholarship waivers are based on merit, meaning if you have the GPA, you have the test score, and you've applied by the deadline, you're automatically going to be considered for that scholarship. So it starts with our Green and Gold Scholars Waiver with a 3.5 GPA and a 1210 at $6,000 per year, and then it goes up with our Directors and Presidential Waiver. You'll also notice it has the yearly amount and also the 4-year total amount, because if you receive this scholarship, you can maintain it all 4 years. So kind of winding down now with some application deadlines. Our application opens each year on July 1st. So if you're a junior this year and you're looking to apply this summer, July 1st is when that application opens. And you want to make sure you apply by December 1st. That's our priority application deadline. Submitting your application materials by this deadline gives you your best chance of admissions as well as campus selection. January 1st is the next deadline with our priority deadline for financial aid consideration. January 15th is the deadline for those admission scholarships I just spoke on. And then April 1st is our final application submission deadline. So if you are a senior this year and you're looking to apply, you do have until April 1st to do so. And then May 1st, our admissions deposit deadline. That's pretty standard across the board. Let us know by this date if you're going to be attending USF. And that is everything I wanted to talk to you guys about today. If you still have questions, this is my contact information. And thank you guys so much for listening, and go Bulls.
Hi, everybody. Here we go with St. John's University. So my name is Joseph Saldariga. I work for St. John's University as one of the admissions counselors, and it's so great that all of you were able to make it out. And I definitely want to give you the in and out of our St. John's University with our Queens campus, our Staten Island campus, and Manhattan. Got a lot going on here. But just a quick summary. We always like to say, why stop making your mark at St. John's, where you can help the world make a better place. Not only that we're Catholic associated, but we're creating many different opportunities, not only with our faith-driven education. We always look for the Vincentian Guide with our following the teachers of St. Vincent de Paul. Of course, Metropolitan New York City. So not only your campus is set in stone, not in Queens, Staten Island, but you got all of New York City. And with just a global campus, you can just immediately always be attracted to New York City, but we also have Rome, we also have Paris, and we also have Limerick. So we definitely want to take advantage of not only our 6th campus, but definitely something that you can really look forward to. And yes, if you have study abroad questions, I'll keep my email in the chat, but this is not just study abroad. These are just our many different campuses and opportunities. So St. John's, is over 16 to 17,000 currently enrolled. So we are a big D1 school, our 17-to-1 student faculty ratio with over 180 clubs for you to take part of. It's just incredible. And you can see the different representation on campus with our diversity. I mean, it's New York City, so we definitely embrace all different countries and states. Like I mentioned before, D1, big athletic school going into 17 different athletic programs and over 100 different majors. So Queens is definitely one of our big, largest campuses, but we also have Staten Island. And I want to tell you our story a little bit too with our numbers that are around 2,000 to 2,500 currently enrolled, 12-to-1 faculty ratio. So it's definitely a lot smaller. So it's great that St. John's can cater something big or something small. Definitely you can fit into any of one of our major campuses that we do offer. But going into the different majors with 100 plus, it just ranges from many different majors going in from business, our pharmacy, from teaching or our law school, or even computer science, home security. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, broadcasting, sports management, criminal justice, so much to offer that we can give at St. John's University. And one thing I would like to go quickly over is success through service. Now, this is something that we definitely take strive in our academic curriculum, but here you could just volunteer. We have bread and soup kitchens in Brooklyn. We have a wonderful scholarship that's called our Osmond Scholars, where you can get an extra $10,000 for you to just do community service. And then you get to travel to a different country and actually take part on being in a different country with volunteering. There's just so much that we can offer to the world. Why not give back? And that's one thing that we do love. And that's following the Vinsation in us for sure. But hey, we accept anybody, like you said, from the 47 different countries live on our campus. So our dorming is only at the Queens campus. So unfortunately, Staten Island is our commuter school. So if you want to live on campus and take part of that type of living, Queens is all the way. So you're definitely guaranteed housing your freshman year. A lot of fun that happens on the campus with their free Wi-Fi, free laundry, and oh my God, the food. Fantastic. It's New York. On our campus alone, we have Burger King, Subway, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. Always we have empanadas, food trucks, and the list goes on with an endless unlimited dining hall, breakfast, lunch, and dinner buffet style. So all about New York food. It's on our campus for sure. And of course, sports. Let's talk about our D1 athletics with our women and men. We have club sports, intramural sports, so we definitely offer many different, but hey, being D1, we do have a recruiting process, athletic scholarships to give for you as well. All our home games for our basketball is right in the heart of Madison Square Garden. It's amazing. Our community just comes together. We're so happy to be back in the arena. From our cheerleaders to our dance teams, the list just goes on and on with just the amazing opportunities with the sports. And just a heads up, it's Queen campus only with our athletics, okay? So Staten Island once more is our commuter school, but if you really want to take part in athletics, Queen's all the way for that. And that is scholarship driven and you have to be recruited for. Like I said, discover the world with our many different campuses. You want to take advantage, go to different countries, we have the campus for you. And, with our top internships and careers, offering many different scholarships within our internships, top priority, our alumni board, it's fantastic that you'll be part of an alumni network that we just want to put you in, that creativity, also in the job market, education. We always have those career fairs for you that happens every semester. And we always want to connect you with our alums. And definitely across the board, just similar to all of here, we do have some application requirements, but just to give you a little in and out, our application's free. So you can just totally hop on our website and definitely take advantage there. We support the Common app, but we also have a St. John's app. And particular, nothing really, but hop on, take advantage, come to New York City. St. John's offers is just endless opportunities. And here's our tuition with our pharmacy and our Staten Island tuition and our room and board. Similar across the board, we have similar deadlines, but just wanting to give you guys the in and out of St. John's and definitely something for you to take advantage of. If you ever want to come to New York, stop by Queens, stop by Staten Island. We have a campus in Manhattan, but definitely come to Queens, get that tour and see the life of what St. John's can offer you in many different ways. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you.
I want to hop on a train and get to St. John's right now. Thanks, Joseph.
You're welcome. Appreciate it. Come by.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gina King. I represent University of Maryland, Baltimore County, or better known as UMBC. I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen. I was having some docking station issues before, so let's see if this will work this time. Hopefully it does. Okay, so UMBC, what I want to try to focus on this afternoon, we don't have too much time, but what I would love to do is to give you an understanding of what makes UMBC unique in this grand scheme of things. We are probably the smallest school here represented on this StriveScan fair with only 11,000 undergrads. But there's something very unique about UMBC, and that's what I hope to communicate with you here this evening. So UMBC was founded in 1966. So when you think about the age of educational institutions, we're the baby on the block, but we are an amazing place. And when you think about what's been happening and what was happening in 1966, you'll start to understand a bit of our personality, a bit of what makes us so unique. And one of those things is that we were founded and committed to the undergraduate learning experience. And the reason why that's different is because that's probably what you are going to be first. We don't have very many graduate students. So we have 11,000 undergrad and about 1,800 to 2,000 graduate students, but we are R1 research university, which you've heard a couple of my colleagues here say tonight, which means there's a bunch of research going on campus. And guess who's gonna do that research with our faculty? You as an undergrad. And that's a little bit of what makes it so different. And one of the reasons why we were ranked number 6 in the country for commitment to the undergraduate learning experience, because the undergraduate comes first. So you have kind of this small school, small community feel amongst this large university with incredible access to funding and cities and real world learning experiences that just set your undergraduate experience apart. And so you'll see, obviously, we're number 6 in the country for that undergraduate learning experience, number 15 in the country for NASA funding. And we have funding from so many resources because they know our students solve problems. In fact, not to brag, but I'm going to, Dr. Kizzmekia Corbett, you probably saw her on Time magazine as one of the most influential people of 2020 and 2021. She was an alum of UMBC, graduated in 2008, and led the research team on the mRNA technology that drove the COVID-19 vaccine. So we're very proud of her, and we are very proud to say that she did that, right? She cut her teeth in labs here at UMBC. The other thing we're committed to, significantly committed to, is innovation. And innovation is something else that we are noted number 6 in the country for our commitment to innovation. All of this, though, isn't anything if you're not inclusive. And if you don't appreciate everyone's backgrounds, the gifts they bring when they show up to the university and create space, intentional space for them to shine. And that's something that takes a lot of work. It's not diversity, right? It's inclusion. It's making sure everyone is included. And that's how problems are solved. And we've got a lot of problems in this world. So that's something that I want to make sure you understand at UMBC is something that is a big value and a priority for us, for our students. With that being said, let me see if I can't, I don't know why my slides are not advancing. My apologies. Okay. So this is a little kind of idea of how the campus is located. So all of our community buildings, our teaching, living, learning spaces are all in this loop. And then we are a suburban university. So we are located just outside, 10 minutes outside of Baltimore, and about 35 minutes from DC. We're 2.5 miles from the BWI airport, where we also have our Amtrak station that can take you to all of the major cities along the East Coast. So a traditional suburban feeling of campus. We have over 100 major academic programs, but we are rooted in the liberal arts. So our general education program encourages you to cross disciplines often. Again, when you cross disciplines, you usually are finding solutions to problems that haven't been found before. So we make sure we push you and encourage you to do that. We also have several applied learning experiences, which my colleagues talked about as well. Education abroad being one of them. So one of the cornerstones of UMBC is we actually offer education abroad as an orientation program. So before you even step foot on campus, you can step foot anywhere in the world with our Dog Days Abroad program. That's been suspended since COVID, but we hope to reignite it in 2023, which could potentially align very well with when you're going to join our community. The one thing I do want to say, though, which is really important, is our success story with our careers and job placement. And so one thing that I found, just a little bit about me, I served as a high school guidance counselor for 8 years at a school where 100% of our students went on to college. And I would hear college reps come through our doors every day saying 90% or more of their graduates within 6 months of graduation had a full-time job or full-time graduate study. And I was like, wow, that's a lot, but there's an unemployment rate that doesn't seem to make sense for students with bachelor degrees. So one thing that I think makes UMBC unique is that we have an 81% knowledge rate, meaning that out of the students who graduate from UMBC, 81% of them tell us what they're doing. And out of those, 90% are engaged in full-time graduate study or a full-time job. The other portion of that is those who are employed, over half had an internship with that very company when they were a student at UMBC, and that is huge. That's something that, in my opinion, in the landscape of higher ed is really hard to find. And that has a lot to do with our location, but it has even more to do with the good work of our Career Center. They bring in over 600 companies and organizations each year to meet with our students, freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors, to connect them with internships. We also have a program where if the internship is unpaid because of the prestige of the company, UMBC has funds to help pay and supplement that with funding, which is important for access and financial accountability with internships. The other thing I wanted to highlight is our scholars program. So we have 7 unique scholars programs. I mentioned Dr. Corbett, who invented the COVID vaccine. She was part of our Meyerhoff cohort. And we have all 6 others that are modeled like that, where it's a cohort approach to significant academic pursuits and high expectations in those pursuits. So if this is something that you are interested in, you want to check it out, we do accept Common App only. So we are Common App exclusive, meaning that we are only accepting that. We don't have any other application. So we would need that, an official high school transcript. The jury's still out on test optional. So we're engaged in some research right now, trying to understand how our fall 2022 class is going to come in, and then how our fall 2021 class is faring. So hopefully, I think in 3 weeks, we'll be announcing that decision on whether or not we'll be test optional for fall 2023. And here's an overview of cost of attendance. Out-of-state cost is still significantly lower than many of the institutions that are of our caliber. So that is definitely something that we are proud of, and something that still we're committed to access and making sure that we have the ability to reach all students with a life-changing education. So that is my presentation, and I will stop there and put my information in the chat and open it up to questions that the audience may have.
All right, awesome. Thank you all so much for the information and just taking time out of your day to share with us. So just a couple of reminders for those of you who are either watching live or are watching the recording. When you exit, there'll be a quick survey that we would appreciate your feedback from tonight's event. There are more sessions coming up throughout the spring and into next fall from StriveScan. So be sure to go in and register for more events if you have additional interest. And then a recording will be available on strivescan.com/Edison. So if you miss something or you miss another session, you can go back in and rewatch it, gather some more information or contact information, and reach out to the representatives if you have additional questions. So thank you all. We appreciate it, and have a great night.